Hey, Jamie Stenhouse here, currently in Melbourne, and I want to talk about structuring and creating winning conditions that allow you to conquer every single day. You know those types of days where you just go out into the world and you conquer it and everything seems to be going your way and you're in almost a pure flow state every single day? Those are pretty great days, aren't they? And I tend to have them time to time, and I actively try to create those days. And the way that I try to create them is looking at the winning conditions. What are the conditions that have to happen in order for me to win the day? And I began playing around with this theory and this concept in my own life when I wasn't happy with the consistent results that I was sometimes getting and sometimes I was not getting. So I began to play around with a few elements, my habitats, my food intake, my training and that. And I began to have really good days every now and then, and sometimes very average days, but I could never get the consistency that I was aiming for in terms of those really good, amazing days where I'm just in flow, everything is effortless, and I seem to get all of my to-do list executed regardless of how large it actually is. So I kept playing around with different ideas and concepts and things to change, and I eventually began to replicate and duplicate those really good days, and I began to come across my winning conditions. And for me, what I try to do every day, every morning, is set up those conditions so that the rest of the day is easy. So for me personally, if I get out of bed at 4:30, which doesn't always happen, but I try to strive towards it as much as I can. When I do get out of bed at 4:30, the day is pretty much guaranteed to be a really good day, regardless of if the train's late into the office or if the internet's offline or whatever else could happen. If I'm up that early, I find that is my ultimate winning condition. So what I invite you to do is to figure out what is it for you that creates that flow state? What is it for you that makes your day perfect? For some people it could be training in the morning. For some people it could be having a really good green juice in the morning or having a really good sleep the night before. The important thing is to find out your conditions that allow you to win the very next day to come, because if you can duplicate those, if you can recreate those as much as you can, then you're able to predict and actively and proactively influence your day before it tends to happen. Where people tend to slip up with their day-to-day lives, I think, and I'm definitely a culprit of this from time to time as well, is that they allow what happens to happen, in terms of they don't proactively create, they react to what's happening around them. So example, and I see in the office all the time where I am situated, is that people come into the office without having a plan and without having a process in order for them to have a really good day, and they react to their emails or to their friends or to their clients or to whatever else is happening around them. They don't proactively go out and create their winning conditions. Now, your conditions could be getting out of bed really early. It could be training, as I said before. It could be having a really good night's sleep. It could be simply not checking your emails until a certain time. The thing is to begin keeping track of when you have those really good days and try to reverse engineer what happened. Yes, it is dependent on the situations. However, it's our reactiveness to those situations. It's what we take away from those situations that define the quality of our day. So figure out what gets you in a really good emotional mood, a very clear mindset for the day, and those will become your winning conditions for every single day. And the goal is to then actively look at creating that as often as you can, so that you're able to predict how you feel every day without being concerned about the consistency, because then you go from trying to achieve certain outcomes to just being conscious that if you simply hit this one objective, which is to set up your winning conditions, that everything else will fall into place. So for me personally, as I said before, it's getting out of bed at 4:30. If I get out of bed, regardless of what drama is waiting for me in the office, or what problems I've had overnight, or how or even how tired I am, if I'm up out of bed at 4:30, out of bed, which can sometimes be a bit of a struggle, if I'm up out of bed at 4:30, the whole day is easy. The whole day is won. Like, there's nothing else I can do to improve that day for me. So those are my winning conditions. Figure out what yours are and try to replicate them as much as you can. Once you hone in on what makes a day great for you, what makes you able to conquer a day, what are your winning conditions, then you should be able to go out there either before you head to bed or in the morning or before you begin every day and replicate or duplicate those conditions as much as you can. Now, you're not always going to have the opportunity to actively curate or cultivate those conditions. However, just being conscious of them and being conscious of the triggers and the winning conditions that you need to be in flow state every day, to have an amazing, fantastic day, then you're able to try to hit that target every single day if you can. And if you don't precisely hit it, at least you've gotten it as close as you can, and who knows, that might even create somewhat of a great day for you regardless. So that is my view on creating a winning condition. I invite everyone to just take note of what makes a really good day for them and try to replicate that process as much as humanly possible. If you like this clip, obviously share it and like and do all that stuff, but I would love to hear in the comments section below, what are your winning conditions? What do you think gives you that really good day? What do you think gets you in flow every day? Because you might give some people some inspiration in the comment box below to go out and try some new habits. So go ahead and leave a comment below this clip and let me know what are your winning conditions so you can go out and conquer every single day.